this one because we need to in our first meeting, right? Only for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, right? Okay, so this is the example of the cue card. So for example, okay, describe sports you would like to learn, something like that. And in 2 minutes, you need to answer all of the question on the top. That's the challenge. Many test takers consider this as the most complicated part. However, each test takers will, will say it differently. Sometimes they will say, oh, part three is the most complicated one because it's all about discussion. Maybe some taste takers will say the part two is the most complicated. It depends on the people, right? Okay, wait a minute. So, after hearing all about everything about IELTS speaking tasks, what do you think is the most difficult part for you?
About first is vocabulary.
Okay, it's about Lexus. What
Vocabulary.
else? Hmm?
And then about fluently.
Fluency, right. I think it's understandable. Yeah, it's understandable because two things that you mentioned before is actually things that we need to remember, of course. Because in our speaking, there are four things that we need to really watch out. First of all, is about fluency, just like you say, because fluency is one of the band descriptors, one of the indicators that we need to really follow. Well, what kind of fluency is that? And of course, it's about the vocabulary. The more advanced vocabulary that you can use, the higher the score that you can get actually, and it's real. And of course, we cannot avoid the grammar because maybe many people or many tutor will mention is that okay, do not worry about the grammar when you speak English. As long as your partner of communication can understand you well, that will be all right. However, we're talking about IELTS. IELTS is a high-stake assessment. It means that everything is assessed, including the grammar. So you need to really watch about the grammar. And the last one is about the pronunciation as well. So talking about the pronunciation, as long as you're not changing the meaning, that will be all right. Don't worry about the accent because yeah, so many native speakers, English native speakers has accents. However, if you can have like a similar accent, for example, like a British or American or Australian, that would be good. However, as long as it is not changing the meaning, you will be alright for me. Okay, cool. So let's see about the band descriptor. Have you ever seen this one before?
Yes, I have.
Right. So if you think or if you have an intention to train yourself by yourself or maybe by your friend, you can also use this one as the standard. Okay. You mentioned that you need to have the score above 7 or you might be 7.5 or maybe 8. But let's see about the 7 first. Okay. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh my. Okay. As you can see here, there are 4 different areas, just like we mentioned before, just like we discussed before. First one is about fluency, lexical resource about vocabulary, grammar, and the pronunciation. So everything's are scored based on for this one in your out speaking. So if you want to get at least band 7, let's see about the band 7 first. Talking about the fluency means that you can speak at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence, may demonstrate language-related hesitation at times, or some repetition and or self-correction, and uses a range of connectives and discourse markers with some flexibility. So here I will discuss about this as well, because we have 4 different areas and we have only a week talking about speaking, and moreover that we need to do the practices as well. I propose a planning that, for example, like today, we're gonna talk about the fluency. Then tomorrow, we can talk about the coherence. Or maybe we can talk about the fluency and coherence at the same time if we still have a time. Then the next day, we're gonna talk about the advanced vocabulary and idiomatic vocabulary, grammar in the next day, and pronunciation, we can talk about it along the practices. What about that? What do you think?
Um,
So it's like, okay, today we're gonna talk about
I think
fluency
we
and
can,
coherence. Mm-hmm.
yes, with fluency and coherence.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Cool. So yeah, so that's why today we're gonna talk about the fluency, but if we still have a time, we can talk about the coherence afterwards. All right. So see, in the band descriptors about the fluency, just like I read it for you before, speaks at length means that you can speak for 2 minutes. Okay. So in the part two, you'll be given a cue card, just like I told you before. You need to speak for like 2 minutes. Just keep speaking until the examiner stops you. That's the thing, because you need to show off that you can speak at those length. However, you need to really be careful that you need to make sure that you answer everything on the cue cards. Answer every question on the cue cards. That's the thing, okay? You answer everything, but you also need to speak for 2 minutes. All right. Without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. Okay, this is the thing that we're gonna talk about today. Okay. However, on the other side, it also mentioned about might demonstrate language-related hesitation at times, or some repetition and or self-correction. So it means that although it is still, although it is band 7, if you have like language-related hesitation, some kind of fillers, something like that, or you repeat your words at times or self-correction, it's still okay. Just don't make it often. Just don't produce it often. Yeah, maybe twice. Yeah, twice or maybe 3 times at most. All right. Okay, cool. That's the thing. However, if you want to get the bands higher, of course, it means that speaks fluently with only occasional repetition or self-correction. Hesitation is usually content-related and only rarely to search for language. It means that almost none, I guess, for band 7 in terms of fluency. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. So talking about the fluency, there are problems in fluency, just like I think you told me before about this one. Oh, where is it? Okay, so first of all, talking about the fluency or something that makes our fluency score lower, first of all, is about pausing. Okay, so for example, like, okay, you don't know about the answer, then you pause for like 5 seconds. It's too long. At least for me, 5 seconds is too long. Or sometimes you repeat the word. Oh yeah, my family, because you're thinking about the word, so you repeat the word again and again, something like that. My family, something like that. So sometimes it can affect your score in terms of fluency. Then self-correction, speaking too quickly. Just remember that fluency is considered not only based on how slow or how fast you're speaking, but how is it coherence with the question or not, okay? And the last one is short answer. It depends on the question. However, if you provide like a really short answer, for example, like, okay, what's your hobby? Oh, my hobby is swimming. That's it. It's too short. Okay, it's like just imagine that you were an examiner, then you need to assess your participants speaking, but the participants didn't give you enough answer or enough speaking to be assessed. So it means that they cannot give you any materials to be assessed. So that's why really short answer should be avoided. Okay, cool. That is the thing. So how do you say? So how can we avoid all those things? So for us as a participants, we need some kind of structures. Structure can give us an ideas, because this is the thing. Why do you think that people have pauses too much? Or why do you think that they repeat their speaking? Why do you think? Can you think one reason, or maybe 2 reasons why people have this kind of problems? This one.
Maybe Like, how can I say?
Oh, yeah, it's all right. So one of the reasons why that these people have these problems is because that they lack of ideas because they don't know the answer. Sometimes they don't know how to answer that, and they don't know how to start and what kind of answer is that. Or sometimes they just hesitate to answer. Is it the right answer? Is it wrong? Is it will I be wrong if I answer this question by this answer, something like that. So it's all about ideas, one of the reasons. Or it's not the only reason, but one of the reasons why it's about ideas, because they don't know what to say. So because of that, we need a structure. There are so many methods that you can use in IELTS speaking, especially for those who do not like to speak. Sometimes like, what should I answer with that question? Is it not enough answer? Should I be really talkative? And I I mean like it is true, I guess, for someone who are talkative or maybe who likes to speak can be really benefit from this because they will always have some kind of topic or ideas. However, you can still use this method or structure. For example, like for part 1 and part 3, because part 1 and part 3 is a question and answer system. You can use the 5 E's. I bet you're really familiar with this one because this is actually taught in Mr. Bob offline class. I don't know whether it is taught in the IELTS class or not. Have you ever told about this one? The 5 E's. Yeah, you remember about that, right? So basically, you can use the 5 E's for part 1 and part 3. As for part 2, you can use the 5W and 1H, and I'm really familiar about it, I bet. And the next one is you can also use the PPF, a past, present, and future. You can use this one for part 2 or part 3. Okay, if you use this one for part 1, it will be too long. Okay, too long answer is not good as well. All right. Okay, why is it not working? Okay, what do you remember about the 5 E's to start? Explanation, example, experience, evidence, and extra information. What do you remember about that one?
What I remember.
Oh, you don't remember?
I don't remember anything.
Oh, it's alright. It's been a year, I know. Okay, it's been a year, so it's understandable. Alright, so 5 is actually stands for explanation, example, and the example, it can be experience, evidence, and extra information. You do not need to put everything in your answer. You can just explain and give the example. And the example can be about experience, okay? So when you try to answer the question, first thing first that you can do is give the main answer. What is the main answer? Okay? For example, like, what's your favorite song? Oh, my favorite song is Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, for example. Or I always listen to Taylor Swift song called Shake It Off, for example. That's the main answer, right? Like, that's the main one, the main answer. Then you explained it. You can give the reason why. I like the song because it's really energetic. It energizes me every morning before going to work or going to the school. So it gives me an energy to do everything in my life for that day, something like that. That's the explanation. Then you can give an example. An example can be experience. So actually, I listened it in the morning, this morning, actually, before coming to the task. And it felt like I was cheered by Taylor Swift, and it just gave me more energy to do the task, for example. Okay, so it means that you give an example about the experience. Evidence is more about data. Yeah, it's like, oh, I've read some, oh yeah, I think I have read somewhere about the statistic data, or maybe a survey held by this university saying that this song is actually really an immune boost. Sometimes it can give you some more energy, and it is proven scientifically, something like that. No, I just made it up. Okay, just made it up. That's the thing. Or extra information. You can say like, oh, I've read some articles about this one, about this song that is actually give you some kind of dopamine to give you more energy, blah blah blah. Okay. So that's the thing. You can just choose one, and it will be enough. Usually, you can use in the first part in part one. So rather than just answering the question by saying, oh yeah, that's it. Oh, my favorite song is "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift. You can still explain it a bit. For part one, 2 or 3 sentences will be enough. Yeah, two until 3 sentences will be enough. However, in part three, you need to explain it more because part is about discussion. So giving example is a must for part three because yeah, it's kind of a bit more serious, right? Okay, cool. Right, I think I have given you about the example before. Is there any question before we're going having practices?
I want to ask, what if we don't have a favorite song? Like, for the example,
Mm-hmm.
like you said before, what's your
Mm-hmm.
favorite song? But what if we don't have a favorite song? What can we answer about that?
You can say that it's, but do you have any interest in music?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can also,
like that.
yeah, you can answer the question by saying the type of music. Yeah, I don't have any interest in listening particular song. However, I have an interest in listening pop music or jazz music. All right. Okay. Because jazz music is just a calming type of music for me. When I listen to it, I feel like that I feel like I am in the middle of the sea, for example. Yeah, I'm in the middle of the sea. It's so calm, it's so peace, and I like that situation or I like that environment, something like that. Usually, I will listen to the jazz music when I was studying or when I was just going to the bathroom. Just made it up. Okay, right, something like that. Okay, that's it. You can stop that. Oh, right. You do not need to put in more explanation, like very long answer, because it's still in part one. So basically, if you do not have a particular answer about one question, just try to think fast, something something that still has relation to that question. For example, like that one, oh, you do not have any particular songs that you like, but you can still talk about music. Or if you think that you do not like music, you can say, but I know that the popular songs right now is maybe not now, but you know popular song. I don't really listen to music these days, but I know um, Dynamite by BTS is really popular right now. Or Dynamite by BTS is really happening right now. I know it from my friends because my friends like Korean music. And it is because that my friends is always listening to it every day, and that's why I know about it. And I think it's a good song. Okay, that's all right. It doesn't have to be you. It has to be yours. It can be something else. Because the most important thing that is about how you can answer the question is not about the answer actually. But of course, if you, but of course, the answer should be really, how do you say, something is not really sensitive one. Okay, cool. Thank you. Is there any other question?
No.
No? Okay, so if you do not have any question, let's try it out once. Oh, it's been 1943, but that's alright. Okay, so I have a question, like talking about dreams, right? Try to use the 5 E's in your answer because just imagine this one is part one. So there will be like 5 or maybe 4 questions about dream. The dream here is about something that you want to reach in your life. It is not dream in your sleep. No. Yeah, it is something that you want to reach in your life. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about dream right now. Does your dream change from time to time? Tell me about it.
How can I say first yes like that?
Yeah. You can say the main answer first. First, you need to put the main answer. Yes, no?
Yes, my
Mm.
dream change for time to time, every day and every time.
Mm-hmm.
And because in every situation when I see a different oh my god.
Okay, be calm. It's alright.
Okay. It's my dream change for time to time. Uh because when I see a cool one, like
Mhm.
maybe what can I say?
That's alright. Okay, are you feeling difficult to find the words, or was that you do not have any answer to that?
I didn't have any answer for that. I didn't have any
Oh,
idea
okay.
about the answer.
So, why do you think? Because you say yes. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
because
Mhm.
to be honest, I don't have um main what can I say like mimpi utama my main
Oh,
dream. Is
because
that right?
you can, right. So basically, you can say, I think yes, my dream change from time to time. It is because that I do not know my main purpose in life yet.
Uh,
So that's why when I saw someone becoming really cool about being in a some particular profession, I feel jealous of them, and suddenly I want to be like that. But then
yeah.
I saw someone else that are cooler than that with different profession. I want to be them again. Something like that. You can see it like that. Just make it more genuine. It's alright. So yeah, maybe you want to try it more. Okay.
What do I say?
Mhm.
Yes, my dream
Or
change
you.
first.
Sorry.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
if it yeah, or if you want to make it easier, you can say, yeah, my dream changed from time to time. When I was a kid, I want to be a doctor. However, when I was in elementary school, or if I can remember, it was middle school, suddenly I want to be a policewoman. It is because that I saw someone who were really cool in that profession. Then, when I was in high school, I changed my mind. For example, I want to be in other profession. I want to be a firefighter. Something like that. Okay.
I'll try it. Okay. Yes, my dream change for time to time. Like for example, when I was when I was in elementary school, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor, but then when I was in junior high school, I want to be what can I say like a police. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I want to be an army. Is that right? An
Mm-hmm.
army.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when I was in senior high school, I want to be a senior high school. I have a dream to be a business girl. I want to have
Mm.
a big company and make my family become a rich family. And now I don't have a main purpose like that.
Mm-hmm.
Main purpose because I just want because I just want to live happily.
All right.
That's it.
Cool. Thank you so much. Right. Tell me about one of your bucket lists in 2025.
Okay, about my bucket list. What is bucket list?
A bucket list is a list of things that you want to do in a
Ah,
period of time. Right.
about my bucket list. So in 2025, I want to move from my university right now to other
Mm-hmm.
university, but uh gagal. What's the
But I fail
thing?
to do
Yeah, but I
so.
fail, and then I want to uh what? To be honest, I want to buy a handphone, but no, I
All
can't
right.
because I fail to move from my university right now. And then my last bucket list is I want to go to Kampung Inggris in
Mm-hmm.
Pare, one of the city is that city?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's a
Well,
no. It's not a city, I guess. But you can say a city.
yeah,
I will
one
check
of the
it.
yeah, one of the city in Indonesia. I want to go to there to learn English in December in my vacation.
All right. Cool. Do you think people should have dream? Why? Why not?
I think people personally,
Mm-hmm.
I personally people should have dream because if we don't have a dream, what can we like what can I say like how can we gimana gimana sih cara ngebilangnya how to talk about it.
Okay. What do you want to talk about? So you can
Like
say, I think, yeah, I couldn't agree more that people should have dream in their life because having dreams can be a tool for someone to live their life.
yeah,
Yeah, to live their life. Yeah.
to live their life.
Mhm. Dreams can be something that can encourage their passion and makes them happy.
Okay, personally people should have dream because if people have their own dream,
Mhm.
they can have spirit to live their life. For the example, when I was in senior high school, I don't have a university dream. How can I say it? My dream university. I don't have my dream
Mhm.
university. But now I have my own dream to join one one of university Indonesia because that I can live now like this. That's it.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much, sister. All right. Okay, I will stop here. Wait, I mean, I will stop the recording. Wait a minute.